base, I mean, you guys really have just outdone yourselves, like.
Well,
And I love it because usually you guys start off so simple, just with a basic idea, and then from there, just how you add on is amazing.
you kind of have to start basic a bit.
Right. The fact, point out to the viewers, the fact that these guys still stuck with wood. Like, I'm,
Aesthetics.
I hardcore usually go metal, but that's me. But you guys stuck with wood, and you guys really make it work.
Well, the original thought was it's a cabin in the middle of a lone island. It's this pre-built cabin here.
Right.
So I just kind of kept on with it. Everything was the wood cabin in the air, just middle of nowhere look.
Over here is
And then I made a giant mansion.
the. And over here is where the incubator slot was. And if I'm correct, this was your guys' catch 'em taming cage.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Alright. I'm going to go ahead and hop on Ryoko and head over to the Crystal Cave. I'll show everybody the tower that Ben built to fight the crabs.
I like my crabbies. They're fun.
The hell are you? Oh, you're just one of the Dilopha, you're a Dilo. You're a
Garbage.
Dilo. You're a Dilo.
That should have despawned but didn't.
It's okay.
I didn't want to. Seems
Turtle.
creepy to know it won't kill it.
Chomp. Okie dokie. Over to the Crystal Cavern this way. Oh, next to their. I realized I could have teleported over here. Maybe. I don't know if we have any element to use at the moment, but yeah, they had a teleporter pad as well. Something that we got in late game and we just never really invested into.
Well, it's expensive to use it.
It is expensive to use it, and again, we were so far in the late game. Like, I'll put it to the viewers this way: the late game in this one, in this map, we were all kind of bummed
Burned
out
out.
by, because it wasn't the fact that killing all the bosses and everything in beta, alpha, and beta, gamma, and alpha. I mean, we enjoyed doing that; it was fun, but we primarily did it so we could get the special Fenrir creature that you can get only in Fjordur, which is you have to kill every boss of every type, like the Gamma and Beta and Alpha. So you had to kill all the Gamma bosses, collect their heads, and then you could go fight uh, Fenrir. And when you fought Fenrir and beat him, one of the players that fought would get the reward of having one. So in a tribe scale, it means you got to do this on repeat, which would suck. The part that kind of killed Fjordur for us was it was like, oh yeah, we can all get a Fenrir, like they're a really cool creature. Then we found out you can't breed them. And it's like, okay, like, I suppose that's understandable because breeding them then would defeat the purpose of going and doing boss fights. Like, I get where they're coming from with that. The part that royally killed it is the fact you cannot put them in a portal. You cannot take them to another map. So we all just kind of sat there and was like, so what's the purpose of trying to get one then if you literally can't take it with you to other maps? That was the whole. Like, I understand that Fjord's supposed to, and I say that with air quotes, supposed to be the final map that's supposed to come out for Arc 1 because Arc 2 is going to be coming out, which we'll see how that plays out. I'm more ambitious for the anime than the game. But the fact that you couldn't take the Fenrir with you, it just kind of put a bad taste in all of our mouths. It was it was a letdown. But I mean, que sera sera. What will be will be. I understand that PC you can mod it out, but you know that's PC. I imagine you could mod it out too on PlayStation or Xbox or Does we have ARK? I'm not sure if we has ARK. But I understand that you could probably mod it out, but you're also playing with fire at that point if you're not on PC. In any case, not worth it. Yes, you could technically cheat them in with admin commands, but you'd have to do that on every map. But this is the Crystal Cave, and this place has supplied us with very many resources. Get rid of the hostiles. There's also a lot of the cute animals down here, the ones that the shine horns and the feather lights. We haven't seen any of the glowtails down here, at least that I've seen. The bulldog frog looking things I know are down here, but we haven't seen any of the glowtails. The glowtails are more down into the gravity cave. There's another Ravager that needs to die. I'll deal with it later. And another cool part about this cave is if you're planning on getting a rock drake, there's materials down here like that little. Let me hop off here real quick. That thing right there. You mine that, and it'll give you the poison that you need for the rock drake, and you get a lot of it. So even on low rates, you can still get a decent amount. Oh look, more Ravagers. Put them in my mouth. Om nom nom. Put them in my mouth. Om nom nom. Take this moment and just check out what's inside this red box. Loot crate. Blueprint, ascended dodecarus. Saddle, ascended flak leggings. I mean, I don't need them. I'll just add it to my library that's going to get destroyed later. Oh, that's a featherlight. It's a very pretty featherlight. Anyway, Ben's beautiful tower of safety, just around this corner. It's a little crude looking, but it's very effective for what it's to do. It's also a good way of taming Carcanuses. But there's the tower, surrounded by stone rails, pillars, and it really helps fend off the Carcanuses and such. Speaking of which, come here, you. Dead Carcanos. There's 2 rock drakes up there, and some eels. Either eels or snakes. I mean, not eels, but leeches or snakes. And I want to say those are actually... Oh no, they're the centipedes. Another cool part about this cave, if you're really wanting fish, let's just say that there's a lot of fish down here. A lot of fish. Especially if you come down here and you wipe the cave, and the fish just keep spawning in. So there's a point in time you come down here and you literally kill like 1 fish and they all flee from you, and it's just like a ridiculous amount of fish. Alrighty. Go ahead and leave the crystal cave. I do apologize to the viewers and my friends for me not finishing this documentary. sooner. I had personal life going on, and on top of that, my wife got me Ogre Tactics Reborn for my birthday, and that's starting to take up a lot of my time because it's one of my childhood favorites. So, okay. Next stop. Jed and AJ's base. We'll do that next. Come on, Ryoko, let's go. So we'll hit the keep real quick. See if Chris put away his animals.
He didn't. He was warned.
He was warned. I'm gonna be sad if these RGs are what I think they are. I am slightly upset. Who's Brucey?
I think it's one of Chris's bullshit.
Brucey is a bat. I'm a little upsetty spaghetti because two of those RGs, and Furby. I mean, oh hell, I'll take Furby if Corey didn't claim it or if it was Chris's. I was gonna say it's a Beauty Tyrannus. I'm not gonna turn that away. Oh, I don't have any cryopods. Cryopods.
Should have
Cryopods.
said something. We have fuck tons.
Let me look for supplies here. Cryopods take what? Oh damn, I can't even remember. You gotta make a cryopod at a... Hey, it's been a hot minute.
Again, if you want to come back to our base, there's tons here. You just take them. And weren't there extras in the tavern?
No, but I found the extras. Fenrir. Oh, well shit, while we're here. Go show my viewers, show our viewers the disappointment. This is a Fenrir. It's damaged because Chris doesn't love his things. They're really cool. Got a nice picture, just a really big wolf. Same leap, same bite, but it has a passive attack where when you activate it, it has an ability that allows it to. There we go. Ice pillar gives it ice armor, and then I think if you use the breath, it's supposed to make. Or is it where you? No. I guess when you apply ice armor, it does an ice burst around them. And the ice armor does give you more defense. So, I mean, they're really cool. Again, just disappointed that, you know, can't take it with us. I suppose you could put it in a cryopod and put that through a teleporter, but at the same time, that's just going to reset it to level 0, and I can't guarantee that it won't live through the transfer, so. I may have left my boar up here. Nope. Vault full of a bunch of stuffs, including a primitive mining drill. Alright, you kids, come with me, since I'm kind of like the collect all the poor animals. The reason why I'm slightly upset about the 2 animals that he left here is because of the history that we have with them. I don't really care about Brucey, it's just another bat. Yay, another bat that I get to throw in my... I don't think it was one that Ben bred, anyways. Because Ben's bred bats were awesome. No, but these two right here belong to a beautiful thing in our server, RG2 and RG3. These guys have been with us since the beginning of the, not the beginning of the server, but pretty close to. They've been with us since the keep got taken over. But these guys have also proved their mettle in being work birds. I remember RG4 was the first one that I took down into the Wyvern Cave, the Wyvern Chasm, and damn thing almost died, but it killed, I think we counted 9 wyverns.
Sounds right.
So then we go this way, and we'll head to Ed and AJ's base. Jed and AJ's base. Flap, 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 flap. Jed and AJ's base will be right over this area. Kind of sad that I didn't get my taxi service up and running. Just getting a Gallimimus up and running and getting it on some good speed and HP. That way I can transport people, but by that point I mean flyers. Why do you need it? Kind of makes some of the other dinos moot. Okay, I'm going to start off with the beginning part of Jed and AJ's base, and then I will come over here to their greenhouse slash stuff. So first of all, they had a area over here that they had, I want to say, a mammoth and a few other utility dinos, because, you know, deforestation and such. They used to have a, not sure if it's still there or not. Yeah, it's still there. Their first greenhouse, which was over here at the edge. Not a bad placement for it, just every once in a while we got creatures that decided to stick around and fight. Not sure if their Spino is still down here ruling the valley or not. Literally had a Spino down here. It was like Thunderdome. They just let the poor thing go, and it would just go hunt down anything and everything and kill it and eat it. It looks like Jed may have picked it up. There was a point in time that the poor damn thing just kept focusing on killing fish, so it just stayed in one spot. Hello, Spino. Are you Jed Spino? Uh-oh. I'm seeing numbers pop up. I think that is. Oh my god. Pet dog's still here. Oh, I didn't grab enough cryopods, did I? Did I not? I did not. Oops. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm gonna have to go up to Jed and AJ's base and grab some more cryopods. Oh, I'm gonna come back for pet dog. This is the Spino that Jed and AJ left down here to thrive and survive, and again, he just kind of kills everything. See if I can whistle follow one. Hey, you, come here. There we go. Come here, big fella. Pit dog, we're gonna take you whistle neutral. We're gonna take you off of roam. Disable wandering. Yep. Good old pit dog. You stay here, pit dog. Yeah, I say that as I start to walk away. Whistle stop. I'll go up to Jed and AJ's base, grab a cryopod, and bring you with me. Definitely frickin' deserves it. I do apologize, this documentary part is going to be rather lengthy. So this was Jed and AJ's beginning part of their base. It started off as that first section there was where they'd put their flyers before that got added on. Their homestead was over here. They had a taming pit over here. I'm pretty sure this is where they bred wolves, and they had a lot of wolves, as well as their smithing area and such. Then, after time passed on of getting more and more stuff done, they added on this monstrosity, which was not that big starting off. It started off half that size, easily. And that was there. See if they have it labeled. Yeah, lag. Yeah, hatchery. My brother's wiring leads to be desired. Is not the prettiest looking thing in the world. Any cryopods? Oh, no, Jed. Jed, buddy. I gotta save your creatures before they die.
Hey man, I said fuck those ones.
I don't care. Yeah, there's me, the bleeding heart for all critters. He has all these creatures in cryopods. But this was his hatchery. It is massive. Had 2 incubators up here. Oh, no. Okay, I might lose my bleeding heart, because that's a lot of RGs. Oh, hold up. Big Mama might be mine. Any of these that are named, I'm gonna take. Save them back for Jed and AJ. But any of them that are like breeders, I'm gonna let the poor little devils die. Boom.
I mean, they all die one way or another.
Right. Oh god, some of these are adolescents. I don't want to sit here and wait for them to grow, but I might have to. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and snag those other free cryopods. God knows what other critters I'm gonna come across. Alright, but at the beginning it was just like the first level here. Then they added on the second level. And then after the second level, they added in the second level, they added this later on as well. This wasn't open at one time. And then they added on the top level, which looks like it was meant for massive storage. And it looks like it became their new workshop. Yeah, they have a nice thing going up here. Very nice thing going. Jed's always been a very effective builder, just sometimes his building don't look too pretty. Plenty of mats. Not like we can't regain mats, just time consuming. I'm just gonna grab all my ascended mats before I leave the server. Which you remember how to do, don't you, Ben?
What?
How to properly leave the server.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm sitting on my shit put away.
Got to upload the survivor. I'm a little sad because I didn't get to grab as many of the red spots as I wanted to, so I could gain some extra levels. But I mean, it is what it is. It's not like I can't upload the survivor onto a different one and just explore, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Then there's Jed and AJ's other addition over here, which they kind of built because there was dinos over here that kept spawning that were just kind of pains in the butts. This is where the initial large garage was going to be for their base. They had more incubators over here, and if I'm correct, a spot back here that they were able to, yeah. There's probably loads of cryopods, yeah. Ooh, cuties. No, Jed, bad. Oh, I would have left Christine's Beauty. She would have murdered me. She'd have killed me.
Did I hear my name?
Yes. I'm glad that I came back over here. Your Yudi was still over here. The pretty blue one.
I hurt you.
Yeah, well. Next time, get on and get it yourself.
I'll take Baron back.
No, don't take Baron away from me. Argentavis. 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 Zach does not need any more RGs. As the group has personally brought to my attention. Zach, you don't need any more Argentavises, but they're Argentavises, guys. Pretty sure they were gonna straight have a frickin' intervention for my ass. AJ Udi Tyrannus, Udi Tyrannus. My smash. Big Papa, I'm glad that I did not leave him. Can't remember if you was one of mine or if it was. I'll check that here in a second. I feel like it is one of mine. One of the ones I first caught for breeding purposes. I probably should not keep looking through these. It's gonna make me cringe. Although he wasn't joking, Jed had a crap ton of cryopods. Oh, there's another Sarco. What are you? You're an adolescent Sarco. More creatures that I gotta raise before I leave the server.
I thought adolescents would just go through.
I don't think you can put them in a... Oh, adolescents might, I think babies can't. Which is where one of my issues comes up because I have a baby wyvern that Alton and I got the egg for, and I'm gonna feel bad if I leave it, so I kinda gotta figure out how to get some wyvern milk that isn't hacking. I mean, I know how I can get wyvern milk. I gotta go kill wyverns, but and pray to God that they're female.
Well,
Over here was another workstation as well as their greenhouse, I believe. Yeah. Oh, shit. Some of their stuff's still going. Cool beans. Greenhouse. Pretty sure they took all their dung beetles. Because right next door to the greenhouse was the Poop Palace. And I thought they named it the Shit Shack. Oh no, they didn't take all their dung beetles. Though to be fair, dung beetles aren't really hard to capture.
I am dead.
Did you kill yourself or upload yourself?
Upload.
Ben has officially left the server. Holy shit! Literally. All the fertilizer. But yeah, Jed and AJ had a nice little system going on here for the poo and gardening. Thank goodness that like they fixed the mats issue, because when we first got on Fjorger, we were told that it was supposed to have all the mats, like you could get everything from all the other maps, and we were fighting there for a while because we couldn't get windmills, and this map is like really built for windmills. Alright, that's Jed and AJ's base. Next stop, I'll go ahead and head to Dylan's docks. Then I'll head up Moria. Then I'll come back and finish out at my docks. I have more coffee. Yes, I do. While I'm up here in the air, this spot over here was initially where we were going to put the original home base docks, where you see these two, and you can see a bit of it right there. These two stone structures was going to be where we were going to put the initial first docks, but I agreed with Dylan. It was going to take way too much time and effort. Not worth it. The second place that we picked was a lot better. That'll actually be a point out here in the ocean that there's like a midpoint that I was going to build onto but didn't have enough time. It was going to make it easier for people to find a spot to rest their flyers before getting to Dylan's docks. I got plenty of energy still though. Jellyfish. So many jellyfish. I can't count how many lives we'd lost in this. Not just lives in general, but dinos that we lost due to jellyfish. I know that Dylan almost quit because he lost his it was a Spinosaurus. I left the one Spinosaurus back there. I'm gonna have to go retrieve him. But I know Dylan almost quit the server because he lost one of his good Spinos to jellyfish, because jellyfish are bullshit. This beautiful piece here is Dylan's docks. Got a nice little oil spot going. Just so all of our viewers know, There is a building here that is not a building. That right there is actually the Northumbria. There's a massive, massive transport for resources. Oil primarily, but massive transport for resources so we could get them from point A to point B. Because you can't just bog down your flyers so much. Let me go ahead and land Ryoko. There was a brontosaurus here that was being used for harvesting trees. Um, Dylan's another person that does a lot of attention to detail on his builds, security-wise and everything. But there's also open hatches, so in case we got into the shit, we were able to at least defend it. Because whales don't like this thing. Whales greatly don't like this thing. And there's the upper quarters. I think it got to the point where we couldn't put vaults on this thing, so we'd literally bog it down with ankylos. We'd just load up ankylos and just bog them down. They were what was holding all the resources. We were going to do the lizards, the desert spike throwing lizards. I can't remember the name of the top of my head because I get a 75% decreased all weight pretty much in general. Got a nice little setup here. Dylan did a masterful job on building Northumbria. Oh, right. There's an actual... not there, it's the door behind. Yep. Brings you up to the actual top of the... Now remember, kids, when the boat is in motion, do not jump. You will fly off the boat. Happened to me plenty of times. But yeah, that's the Northumbria. Then we come over here to ME163. Oh, Dylan's still on server. Needs to upload his character. You need to upload your character, lad. Well, to be fair, I'm pretty sure he was gonna hop on while I was doing documentaries. The amount of oil this man gets is just... He's oily. He's an oily man. Alright. And there was his smithing quarters, which he was going to build flamethrowers out the yin-yang. But that's pretty much it for Dylan's docks. It was kind of built towards the late game, so there wasn't much added to it. I know that I wanted to move over here, so I was a bit closer, so I could work with Moria, but just didn't get the time. Time and effort. Then Dylan's spaceport, which is where his big whale was going to be for transporting. The big whale would sit there, you could hop onto it. Ooh. Also had a defensive gate up here. The hell? Okay, it's not a creature, it's a rock. A rock. Triple A. So, this this skiff that we had to make saved my ass because for one of our rewards, each time we killed a boss, we got a reward. We could either get mats that we didn't have, or we could request a summon, a creature of our choosing. Well, first thing I picked was a, oh, what are they called? Strider. They're the big metal strider looking things. I can't remember what their name off the top of my head.
I just called it a metal camel.
Might as well be a metal camel.
Or robo camel.
Regardless, I got one of them, and I wanted one specifically that was built for doing resources and had the pack to deal with it. That's all it was gonna do. So Dylan spawns in a strider. I get it. I start to wander the map with it, and I got stuck under a bridge. Like 10 minutes after I got the damn thing, could not get it out whatever direction I went or anything. I couldn't move it. I'm like, well, shit. I'm like, you can't, like, cryo these things. So, we were researching on how the hell we had to move this thing. So Dylan had to build a skiff that has a tractor beam on it that can lift the thing. And that was a whole entire joke of itself. Just, hey Dylan, I need AAA to come pick me up. Oh, that was fun. But Dylan did a lot to these docks. Made it to where you could transport creatures and people. He really went all out on the spaceport. But again, the downside of ARK, built all this cool stuff up, was ready for people to move in, and we were kind of hitting burnout zone. Just had other games to play and other things to do, and not really interested in ARK all that much anymore. Not that it was bad, just
Baby being coming home.
you play on it constantly, and you hit a burnout zone. That goes with the majority of games. Which again, doesn't mean that we won't revisit ARK. We've already talked about what the next map will be if we do play it. When we do play it. I should say when, not if. This should be Dylan's watchtower. Sees over the entire base, and if I'm correct, you can see the docks. Well, they aren't rendered in, but there's where the oil would be, there's where the Northumbria would be. And there's the map, the actual finished map. Wow, for the most part. Ben and Alton's base is there. The primary docks is right about there. Jed and AJ's base is right in that region. Whereas the keeps right there. Yeah. Then his docks are right here. The spaceport is up at this top section, middle section here. And I'll show you guys Moria here in a second. Go ahead and review down. Oh yeah, a fall from this height would probably kill me.
And that's why the tech stuff's cool. You don't take fall damage.
Yeah. Tech Strider, that was what it was called. Tech Strider. Okay, Ryoko. Yeah, his spaceport really badass looking. So, if you go to Moria from his docks, now this is where Dylan put in a lot of time and effort. Pecking trees. There's a pathway. Gotta remember where it actually is. I think it's right here where it starts. Yep. There's literally a pathway that he built. Lights. A massive, ridiculous pathway of lights. You literally take this path and it'll take you straight to Moria. And I know this was not fun for Dylan because there's a lot of things out here that were trying to kill him while he was doing this. Oh, look at the Diplodocus. Nami nami food food. Goes into this cave region, or this natural bridge. Comes out the other side. Move this tree. We were going to have a setup with this, where we were going to transport stuff from Moria. We were going to set up a, oh dear, something wants to fight me. Could you not? I'm doing a documentary. Let me get rearranged here, so I can rearrange its face. But we were going to set it up with ankylos and other quick transport creatures that we'd be able to just run from point A to point B with resources from Moria over to the docks. We had a system set up, we just, again, it's a really big map. I don't know what I cheesed off, but I'm not dealing with it. Fly speed this up a little bit. Want it to come down this way, since we got a natural path going. Trees! And then there's a spot here that he has a door set up. The door would take you to the lake, which had a lot of silica pearls, as well as piranhas and spinosauruses if you needed them. But the lights continued up this way. Which would lead you to Moria. And Dylan, like the dwarf that he is, decided to take over. The doors actually open? They are. He did install doors here. I just haven't had them closed. Fly in here. Not sure if there's any creatures that are going to spawn down here right now. I know that there were creatures that would naturally spawn down here. Spiders, scorpions, such. Before he came down here and took over and was able to put things down here to kind of deter.
Just watch crossing the bridge.
Oh, I wasn't planning on going that far into Moria. I was just going to show the main smithing area that he took over.
I wasn't sure which way you were coming from. I'm just making sure you remember.
Yep. Kerbal wagon, you're coming home with me. I can't remember if you were actually supposed to be mine or not. I don't think so. I think you were Dylan's first. In any case, you're coming home with me. You. Sorry about that, folks. Alright. So, this was like Dylan's entire mining process. He'd live down here for like hours, just making metal, like the dwarf he is. Metal, crystal stuff, you name it, he could smith it down here. Oh yeah, and then there was this nightmare cooking pots and for the event, and we just kept going through and getting pets upon pets. That was a fun experience. Oh right, sitting here like there's a feeding trough that had rocks in it. Why? And I'm like, oh right, Dylan had a rock golem. Fun finding that for the first time. But that, for the majority, is Moria. I mean, over here's the cave that gives you resources. And believe you me, we raped this cave for a lot of resources, but you have to kill a lot of creatures down here. So they'll leave you alone, but there's a lot of metal and stuff to attain down here. Alright, and that's Moria for the most part. Gonna go ahead and head back and grab that Spinosaurus at Jed's base, because I kind of left it there and forgot. I'm sorry, pet dog. Alright. Let's go grab pet dog. Ooh, be careful, Zach. There is a spot that we've noticed on this map. Right about where 60-40 is to about 50-40, 60-40. Those two squares there, it's very dangerous to fly over because it will, for some reason, just decide to go, oh, well, there's too much action going on here. Now we gotta kick you.
It's the Bermuda Triangle.
It is the Bermuda Triangle. Good place to get yourself killed. General rule of thumb, if you're transporting or moving in this map, you want to island hop. You don't want to just do one big long flight.
Journey.
Too many creatures in the water, sometimes your game will crash. And you fall in the water, and then proceeds the ritual of 50 billion swear words in
Lots of jellyfish.
2.5 seconds. I think we've all had that moment in this game at one point in time. Yes, definitely. There wasn't multiples. There was only one for all of us. Let's land and gather our thoughts. Okay. show off the actual docks, you'll definitely see what building was influenced by Ben and Alton compared to the rest of the metal everything that I built. I still, next time we go to a different server, I still want to build a tavern like that one. I love that tavern. Should have actually made that my home, just like set up a bed and stuff in there and just like, nope, this is where I stay.
How stereotypical. A drunken dwarf living in a tavern.
Well, I'm not a drunk. I am a drunken dwarf, I suppose. Because that was kind of the kicker, is we found out that Fjordur was going to be a Norse map. Oh, I can't remember what it's actually based off of. I don't think this is one that was based off any particular map. I can't remember if this had an influence or not. I know that it was heavily Norse based, but because it was heavily Norse based, me, Jed, and Dylan all decided to say, ah, the hell with it, we'll make dwarves. And it's kind of what we did. Okay. Pet dog. Should be down here, and I hope you're not getting picked on. Nope. Nope, you're just sitting there all content. You are coming home with me, pet dog. You have earned your spot.
That one of Jed's?
Yeah, it's one that he cast down here and just put on aggressive and just let it go to town. It would fill up on fish so much that it wouldn't be able to move. It would literally overweight itself. Then it would digest the fish, and then it would go hunt more fish. And that's all that it did. Anything that lived down here would die. There was a point in time that there was a Giga that went down there, a Giganosaurus, or Gigasaurus, or whatever. And Jed left pet dog down there. He's like, you know what? If it kills it, it kills it. Needless to say, we didn't see a Giga after that. So we're not sure if he actually soloed it or if the Giga just despawned. My money is going to be on despawn because Gigas, the computer's Gigas, wild Gigas are stupid strong compared to when you tame them. It's like, I've tamed a Giga. You don't have nearly as much output as a regular. Alrighty. Last stop. This is the docks. This is where I started doing most of my living and failed at updating the docks to its full potential because I was supposed to take down the stone walls on the side and put up metal. I mean, I'm not entirely too butthurt about it, but it's just one of those things that just slowly eats away at me, I guess. So, I'm going to save recent gameplay.